things you can do with it. Let's talk about Part 7, the Paladin. Paladin, they already cleaned him up real good in the other document, Darker Dungeons, but this is a complete revamp, so let's see what happens. You can learn different types of smites. You have a smite inventory. You also have a mechanic called conviction points. I am curious what they want to do with that. It doesn't look like there's spell slots anymore, so I'm thinking that your conviction points power up your spells. Let's dig in. Sacred Oath. You get stuff. Tenets. Each oath has a set of 3 guiding principles, just like the Bard and just like the Cleric. So, Sacred Flavor. If you make a notable effort to... Sacred Flavor. Sacred Favor. If you make a notable effort to honor a tenet, you may be blessed with Sacred Favor. So this is the Cleric mechanics again. You can hold a maximum number of Sacred Favors equal to your Charisma modifier. On your turn as a free action, you may spend 1 Sacred Favor to do one of the following. Regain Stamina, regain spell slots. That's weird. You didn't list any spell slots. Okay. Let's keep going. Reroll an ability check. Cause pain. And forgiveness, just like a cleric. Transgression. If you screw up, just like a cleric, you're going to get messed up as per this transgression table. And then you got to do penance. This is how it is to be a paladin. You can't just say you're a paladin and then have paladin abilities. It ain't right. It hasn't been right. Like, there's a certain point where we need to stand up and be like, no, you can't just have everything you want. You have to, there has to be some kind of boundaries. Alright. Charitable donation of goods, blah, blah, blah. Alright. Lay on hands. You were able to share the power of your conviction through a simple touch. You can access lay on hands. Cool. Oh, wait. Lay on hands ability from your oath. So lay on hands is different for each oath. Oh, that's exciting. You gain access to 1 unique smite from your sacred oath. Oath spells. Each oath has a list of spells. It's oath spells that you gain at the paladin levels noted in the oath description. Once you gain an oath spell, you always have it prepared, and it doesn't count against the number of spells you can prepare. If you have an oath spell that doesn't appear in the paladin spell list, the spell is nonetheless a paladin spell for you. Oath Aura. Starting at 6th level, you gain access to 1 unique aura from your sacred oath. What? Even your aura is special? Oh, wow. Add this to your list of aura options. Conviction. Your conviction in your oath gives you strength. You have a number of conviction points. You can spend them to smite your enemies and learn other applications from your sacred oath. You recover all expended conviction points when you finish a long rest. Smite. You master 2 smites of your choice from your list of smite options. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you may spend 1 or more conviction points to use one of your mastered smites. You master additional smites as you gain more paladin levels, as shown in the smites mastered column of the class features table. Replacing a mastered smite. When you finish a long rest, you may replace one of your mastered smites with a different one. And saving throws. Some of your smites require your target to make a saving throw. It's based on your charisma. Here are some smites. Branding. If you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 2 conviction points to deal an additional 1d8 radiant. In addition, until the smite ends, the creature sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't benefit from invisibility. Smite increases as you increase in level. Blinding. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 2 conviction points to deal an additional 1d8 radiant damage. In addition, the creature must make a constitution save or be blinded. Divine. If the creature is undead or fiend, it takes an extra damage, so Divine's not built in automatically anymore. Searing. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 2 conviction points to deal an additional 1d8 fire damage instead of radiant. And the creature ignites in flames. At the start of each of its turns, the target must make a constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d8 fire damage. On a successful save, the smite ends. If the creature or another creature within 5 feet of it uses an action to put out the flames, they can end the smite. This requires some concentration, obviously. And the damage increases with your level. Thunderous Smite. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 2 conviction points to deal an additional 1d8 thunder damage. The creature must make a strength saving throw to be pushed back 10 feet. and knocked prone. Doesn't say up to 10 feet, so you will push them back 10 feet every time. Let's see. Wrathful. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 2 conviction points to do 1d8 psychic damage. That's pretty cool. In addition, the creature must make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened. Frightened is a very powerful crowd control effect in 5e. As an action, the creature can make a wisdom check against your smite to end this effect. Wow. Wow. As an action, it has to make a wisdom saving throw. Damn. That's really good. Well, they're not so much divorced because I think you have to spend the same points to cast spells, so you still have to decide what you want. But yeah, the smites are no longer going to be spells that people can choose, is what happens, aka bards. Let's see. Man, that's really strong. Having to spend an action to try to break the fear. That's really good fear. Okay, fighting style. Choose one of the following fighting styles. You can't take a fighting style option more than once, even if you later choose one. Defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, and protection. Does not give you an option for ranged. That's fine. Don't get all the cool new ones that the fighter has. Also fine. Spell casting. To prepare a list of spells, your number of paladin spells equal to your charisma plus your paladin level. The spells must be of a level lower than or equal to your maximum spellcasting level. Changing your prepared spells, long rest, casting spells. Yep, you spend conviction points to cast spells, 2, 3, and 5, similar to a monk. I wonder if they did that for all the half-casters. I don't know, I like it. Spellcasting ability, charisma is your spellcasting ability modifier. Spellcasting focus is your holy symbol. You are immune to disease. Extra attack is still there. Sacred Aura. You master one Sacred Aura of your choice. One Sacred Aura of your choice. You can spend a bonus action. Oh, you have to spend an action to activate your aura. It's no longer a passive ability. Oh, okay. A bonus action to radiate your Sacred Aura. It does last for 10 minutes or until you're rendered unconscious. You can use this feature a number of times. Oh, and they limited the number of uses too. Oh my gosh. And you regain expended uses when you finish a long rest. You can change your Sacred Aura out during a long rest, which is pretty cool. A creature can't benefit from the same Sacred Aura from multiple sources, which we already knew. Greater Sacred Aura at 10th level. Choose one additional Sacred Aura. Your aura now radiates both effects at the same time. That's really cool. Aura of Courage. Within 10 feet of you can't be frightened. Very powerful. Aura of Protection, within 10 feet of you makes a saving throw. They gain a bonus equal to your charisma modifier, so the normal deal. But I think they split it, maybe. Aura of Radiance, you and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you gain resistance to necrotic damage. In addition, your melee weapons deal +1 radiant damage. That is amazing if you're going to a place with undead, because that single point of radiant damage will allow you to kill zombies. That single point will shut down zombies. Aura of Wrath. You and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you gain +1 damage when making weapon attacks. Okay. Voice of the Crusader. With conviction, you are able to instill the tenets of your oath, and even the most dangerous of enemies. As an action, you may choose one of your oath's tenets and proclaim it. Up to 12 creatures within 60 feet must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is inspired or bound by your tenet for 1 hour. A creature affected in this way is compelled to honor the spirit of the tenet you have proclaimed. The creature retains its own will and may choose how it achieves this. Creatures must be able to hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. You may spend a number of conviction points as you proclaim your tenet. For each one, you can influence one additional person. That is so badass. And this is their limited but good spell list. I like it. All right. Sacred Oaths. Words have power, real power. Choose your oath. We only have Oath of Devotion right now. We're working on Law, Conquest, and Ruin. All right. Tenets of Devotion. I will protect those who can't protect themselves. I will never be cruel or cowardly. I will take responsibility for my words and my actions. All right, these all sound pretty cool. I don't know how these are going to go over with the Valorians of Paradise Vale. We might have to work out some more evil paladins. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. I'd love to see somebody successfully roleplay this, though. Pretty cool. Lay on Hands has Healing Touch. You may cast Cure Wounds as a first level spell. You don't actually have a budget of hit points to spend. You just get to cast Cure Wounds. That's a big nerf, and I like it. You can use this feature once and regain extended uses when you finish a long rest. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. At 5th level you can use it twice, and that is such a nerf. Oh wow. Oath, Smite, and Aura. Add the following to your list of Smite and Aura options. Protection. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 2 conviction points to deal 1d8 radiant damage. In addition, a creature of your choice gains the number of temporary hit points equal to 2d4 plus your charisma modifier. That is totally a 4th edition ability, and I love it. Aura of Clarity. You and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you cannot be charmed. Very useful if your campaign takes place in the middle of an ancient forest. Alright. Or any campaign, I guess, because Charm Person is always messing up fights. Dominates, all that jazz. Oath spells. You gain these extra spells. Protect the Fallen when... Oh, wait. Let me double check. Yeah. Protect the Fallen. When an ally within 15 feet of you would be reduced to 0 hit points from attack, you can spend your reaction to move up to half your speed adjacent to the ally. That ally then drops to 1 hit point instead. Oh, I love it. You can use this feature once, and then you regain the expended uses when you finish a long rest. Oh man, so cool. Judge the Wicked. As an action, you can imbue one weapon that you are holding with positive energy for 1 minute. You add your charisma modifier to attack rolls made with that weapon. The weapon also emits bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light in 20 feet beyond that. This is important, of course, because everything is dark in this setting. If that weapon is not already magical, it becomes magical for the duration. This is also important in a campaign where magic items are super rare. This effect lasts for up to 1 minute. You can end this effect on your turn as part of any other action. If you are no longer holding or carrying this weapon, or if you fall unconscious, this effect ends. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, and you regain expended uses when you finish a long rest. That's pretty cool. Constancy. Choose one of your skill proficiencies. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses that proficiency. That's pretty cool. Sacred Vow. When a creature within 60 feet of you makes an explicit promise to you, you can spend a reaction to turn that promise into a sacred vow. You and the creature must both be able to hear and understand each other. The creature must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, the creature is magically bound to honor the spirit of its promise to you. It's a GS spell. The creature takes 5d10 psychic damage each time it acts in a manner, blah, 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 blah. You can use this feature once, and then you have to do a long rest. Every week, you can, like, make people fall under a GS. That's pretty cool. Alright. Changes to Paladin, I think are very good. It's a lot of nerfing, but I think it's a lot of necessary nerfing, because if we're all being honest, the Paladin is absolutely, unequivocally a total badass in 5e. They're like Paladins in the early days of World of Warcraft. They could just do whatever the hell they want. I like this because it kind of reins them in a little bit, but it also gives them features that set them apart from other people. I like it.